Right now at noon, Vice President Kamala Harris tests positive for COVID-19. The latest on that, and it comes as the Biden administration steps up the fight against the virus. A look at the plans to make an antiviral treatment pill available to more Americans. Plus a new push to get eco-friendly trucks on the road, how it's affecting the trucking industry in 10 minutes. And rent relief for Arkansans, why the state is turning away money. Straight ahead. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael Aaron. We have those stories ahead, but first, meteorologist Nathan Scott is over in the Weather Center with a check of that forecast. Nathan, really a nice morning out there.
Good afternoon, Michael. Look what's behind me. I pulled out the nice weather words graphic. I don't do this a lot, but this is really my favorite graphic to show you at home because we're talking about some really nice weather today and tomorrow. So pick a word. I'm going to say exquisite out there today, and tomorrow we'll go with magnificent because we got lots of sunshine in place and the temperature's very comfortable for this time of year. This morning, though, it was cool. We started off the day into the mid to upper 40s, even some low 40s in Clinton. It's going to be even cooler than that tomorrow morning. But we made a nice rebound. Temperatures right now into the low 60s. 64 in Monticello, 62 in Hot Springs, 61 in Searcy, and it's wall-to-wall sunshine. That breeze does add a little chill to the air, coming in from the northeast about 10 to 15 miles per hour, and that breeze will stick around through the rest of the day. Temperatures will eventually warm up into the upper 60s to lower 70s this afternoon. Take a look at your rain chances, though. Over the next 5 days, they do start to climb up. Thursday, Friday, and unfortunately, the best chance of rain will be just in time for the weekend. I'll have more on that forecast coming up.
New at noon, one of the suspects in last week's Hot Springs kidnapping and Amber Alert appeared in court this morning in Garland County. Samuel Bowling Jr. is charged with aggravated robbery, kidnapping, battery, rape, and false imprisonment. Bowling pleaded not guilty to all charges. His next hearing is set for the end of June. The case is sealed, so we don't know a lot of details in the case. Of course, we'll keep you updated when new information becomes available. State officials say there's still money for rent relief even after turning down federal funds. Governor Asa Hutchinson announced Friday Arkansas will not accept $146 million from the federal government. DHS officials say the agency still has almost $7 million in rental assistance money left, and now the focus is long-term help rather than immediate help.
They won't look exactly the same as a rental assistance program where you're providing direct aid, but there will be a lot of money put toward that goal of making sure that folks are financially stable and that have that assistance that they need.
Governor Hutchinson says the state is still able to take up to 39% of that $146 million from the feds if needed. If you're looking for more information on rental help, we have details inside this story on thv-at-noon.com. Abortion providers in Arkansas are expecting a surge of out-of-state patients. Oklahoma's ban on abortions goes into effect this summer, joining the ban in Texas already in place. In 2020, 12% of all abortion patients seen in Arkansas were from somewhere else. A spokesperson for Planned Parenthood said even as legislative barriers go up, patients will continue crossing state borders for abortion access. It's led to the organization adding additional resources here.
We now have a team of staff who help patients navigate to get care out of state, but there are still significant burdens placed on patients. The system will not only be strained, we really think it will break.
Of course, this could all change as we await a Supreme Court ruling that could essentially overturn the Roe v. Wade ruling and ban abortions federally. Looking ahead to this weekend, Saturday is National Drug Take-Back Day. The North Little Rock Police Department is one of the many local agencies with drop-off locations. They're taking expired and unused medications, among other things. Officers will be at McCain Mall this Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And if you want to find a collection site near you, just head to artakeback.org. New at noon, Vice President Kamala Harris has tested positive for COVID-19. CBS is reporting she tested positive with both rapid and PCR tests, but is asymptomatic. Harris will isolate and work from the vice president's residence. She is not considered a close contact to either the president or first lady. The White House is taking steps to make a pill for treating COVID available to millions more Americans. Paxlovid has been shown to reduce hospitalization or death in people with COVID by 90%. Now the Biden administration wants to make it easier for Americans to get the drug.
We need to focus on making sure that everybody who is eligible knows they're eligible and they can gain access to it because it is very effective in treating COVID.
Currently, the free antiviral treatment is available at about 20,000 sites around the country, but the Biden administration has a goal of doubling that within weeks by allowing pharmacies to order it directly from the federal government. The White House also wants to make more people aware of the government's one-stop test-to-treat website called covid.gov. Now to Ukraine in a new effort by Russia to cut Ukrainian supply lines. Russian missiles hit at least 5 train stations as ground forces from both sides battle for control of the eastern part of the country. This morning, Russia's foreign minister blamed Ukraine and the West for the war his country started, and he once again raised the possibility that nuclear weapons could be used. Charlie D'Agata is in Ukraine.
There's been no rest for the firefighters of Kharkiv. Ukraine's second largest city has been among the hardest hit in the past 24 hours of Russian bombardment. A shell-shocked and bewildered 94-year-old woman asks whether the war is over. It's the latest onslaught from a Russian advance stretching along a 300-mile front line in the east. Some of those who managed to escape the fighting head here to a shopping center in Zaporizhia.
It's the reality of a country at war that you can buy fabric softener in one aisle, have a refugee tent in the parking lot, and a cafe that's been turned into a first aid center.
Fedor Zubkov says he lost his wife in Russian shelling and is now struggling to cope mentally. We started dating when we were 15 years old, he said. She was my first love. At a nearby military hospital, we find Nazik Nativ after stepping forward to fight when the war broke out. The 27-year-old radio host from Lviv found himself right in the middle of the most brutal frontline fighting in the Donbass region. An artillery round on Saturday tore through both legs and his arm.
Did you think maybe you weren't going to survive?
I thought I lost my leg and wouldn't be able to play soccer, he said. First thing I asked was whether I could play soccer and fight again.
You want to fight again?
Yeah, of course.
Of course.
Of course, because it's my land. It's my country. It's my motherland.
We asked whether he told his mother how badly wounded he was. He said not yet. He didn't want to worry her, and she's just the type of person who would drive more than 600 miles from Lviv to the front line to come see him. Charlie D'Agata, CBS News, Dnipro, Ukraine.
There's a new push to get eco-friendly trucks on the road, but there could be many speed bumps along the way. We explain why next. In a live look at Dickey Stevens Park, there's a day game over there. Travelers playing right now. Nathan, a great day for baseball.
Certainly a great day for baseball, Michael. We've got lots of sunshine. Temperatures are warming up. Another game happens out there this evening. I'll have that forecast and talk about what you can expect through the rest of the work week into the weekend next.